Okay. Now we will shift our gears and dive into the next dimension. I would like to introduce our next presenter. Uh, Next, we will hear from Dr. Marvin of the Doctoral School at AGH University of Krakow. His presentation titled What AHP and ANP Can Do for Six Sigma. Short literature survey will explore the integration of AHP and ANP into Six Sigma methodology. This interesting synthesis highlights the potential of multi-criteria decision-making tools to enhance the Six Sigma process. I think the presenter is not here, but their co-author and
Well,
co-presenter
I'm
will
here.
join
Yeah.
us today. Yes, welcome, Dr. Sorry, Grzegorz Genda.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
we welcome
you are
you all.
fine. Yeah. Uh,
A
uh,
warm welcome.
I
You
have a
can,
pleasure to yeah. Can I
yes,
start?
please go ahead.
Okay, thank you. I have the pleasure of presenting the paper that deals with uh, a commonly used methodology in manufacturing mainly, uh, but it is in fact more universal one. As it is applied in different topics or scopes. I have a small problem with the presentation. How to show it to you?
If you can't,
Um,
uh,
yeah.
can we share it on their behalf, Dr. Y?
Okay. Yeah.
You want me to do that?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, please. If you have that, can you please share it?
Yes. 1 second. Downloading it.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. Thank you.
Yep.
The title of the presentation is What AHP and P can do for Six Sigma, a short literature survey. So me and my friends, Mr. Marcin Nakielski from the Doctoral School and Mr. Vigneshkumar from the University of Hong Kong. We prepared the presentation about some literature-based topics related to AHP and P support, actual support for Six Sigma. Can I have the next slide, please? Okay, so a short introduction to Six Sigma at first. So this is the universal methodology to improve processes. As you can see, this improvement is related to customer focus, to data-driven decision-making, to continuous improvement and cross-functional teams applications. So this is a kind of philosophy of total quality management. In fact, can I have the next slide, please? Okay, so Six Sigma basically is related to the improvement of existing processes. We have got a kind of improvement cycle, which is called DMAIC. And as you can see, it deals with define, measure, analyze, improve, and control phases, which give finally the sort improvement for the process at hand. But in fact, Six Sigma evolved into being applied for designing new processes. So instead of the MAIC cycle, there is a new kind of cycle prepared called the MAADV, which is aimed at designing new processes with quality in mind. So we are designing new processes, for example, manufacturing processes or other processes, and we end up in improved design of new process. Okay, can I have the next slide? Okay, so this is the usual place where AHP proves to be applicable. So we can apply it for different tasks related to different phases of the whole DMA-ADB cycle. So in fact, AHP hierarchical model is normally applied, is usually applied to, for example, to select the right projects to improve or right processes to improve. Can I have the next slide, please? Okay, so usual AHP analysis is commonly applied to support some decisions with regard to realization of Six Sigma improvement cycle. Next slide, please. Okay, so we can see that AHP Anp seems to be able to provide comprehensive support services for Six Sigma methodology. And this is mainly because both AHP and ANP and Six Sigma are based on strong scientific foundations. So that's this is why AHP Anp is well suited to be applied for Six Sigma. And this is why it is also worthwhile to investigate the extent to which the methodology of AHP Anp and its potential is being actually utilized in Six Sigma related support to light up some gaps in the potential utilization for supporting Six Sigma methodology. Can I have the next slide, please? Okay, so we have applied a common literature survey based on Elsevier Scopus bibliography databases. At first, we took a look at Six Sigma literature. Can I have the next slide, please? Okay, so it proved that there are many documents which are related to Six Sigma, but unfortunately, the essential publications are dated from 1990 only, because before that time, Six Sigma was applied as a kind of statistical methodology. And as you can see from the initial data, from the start, Six Sigma was applied to different areas like engineering, business, or decision sciences. Can I have the next slide, please? Okay, so as we can see on the chart, which is presented in the right upper corner, the application of AHP Anp in Six Sigma is developing rather fast from the 2000s up to now. And we have got also great variability of areas of its applications nowadays. Okay, can I have the next slide? So, for example, for the period from 1990 to 2000, it is visible that there are many publications which are related to Six Sigma, and this number is rather high. But it also appeared to be even higher in next years. Can I have the next slide? So, for example, this is the data for 1990-2000 period. As you can see, there were publications from one country only, in fact, that dominated. So, United States, it changed over time, and also the variability of application areas, they also changed. Initially, it was engineering, but after some time, other application areas emerged. Can I have the next slide, please? Okay, so this is the these are the results for the period up to 2024. As you can see, at first there is a much larger number of yearly publications, and also there is a change in the share of different application areas of Six Sigma. Can I have the next slide, please? So in 1995, even there are some publications available, and as you can see, there appear different unusual applications of Six Sigma, like in medicine or computer science, for example. Okay, and I have next slide. Okay, so next we have conducted analysis with regard to the combination of AHP and NP from 2003. That there's an error here. Okay, next slide, please. And it proved out that up to 2017, this topic of application of AHP and NP in Six Sigma have got a great rise, and then after that it stabilized. So it seems that this combination is a mature one now. And we can see also from the countries that there are much different countries, like Asian countries who are specialized in application of HPNP in Six Sigma. Okay. So for those two phases of the development and stabilization, we can see that also it has stabilized the application areas. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, next one. Okay, so from the word cloud of keywords, we can see that Six Sigma is basically applied alongside HP in project management, in lean application, in manufacturing, but also in different areas like health management, for example, or mathematical sciences. Okay, can I have next slide? So there are also some most frequently cited publications which show that the dominated areas of Six Sigma application is engineering, computer science, business, and management, decision sciences. Next slide, please. Okay, next one. And also there are some publications that used to be very highly cited per year, for example. So this topic is still developing. Okay, next slide. And there are also some most frequently authors which produced some interesting publications about the combination of AHP, ANP, and Six Sigma. Okay, next one. So from the analysis of those top cited publications, it seems that this combination of Six Sigma and HPNP resulted in the restraint of usually applied areas, but there are some interesting topics which arose, like the analysis of barriers for the further development of this combination, or management of organizations, or analysis that combines application of different other decision support tools like Prometheus, for example, or Dematel, or Topsys with HPNP to be able for Six Sigma to cover even more complex problems. Next slide, please. Okay, so let's go to conclusion. So detailed remarks show, okay, general conclusions. So we can see that at first that there are some drawbacks of AHP-ANP application. For example, the overkill of using fuzzy rating scales, for example. I think that it isn't good for the transparency of analysis, as HPNP already has ordinal scale that deals with a kind of imperfect information. So in our opinion, it is unnecessary to apply fuzzy or other additional representations of imperfect information. There are also some promising ideas which are showing. So, for example, some combinations of different approaches of different tools with AHP-ANP to provide better skills for or abilities for Six Sigma. Okay, and the general conclusion. So it is also worth using inherent AHP-ANP ability to expand the scope of Six Sigma application, and those publications, different publications from different application areas, showed that this is not so utilized as it could be. So we can see also that, for example, ANP is also a kind of the improvement for Six Sigma that is not generally applied, only very rarely, and we are aware of the drawback of using fuzzy logic, for example. Okay, thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you, Dr. Genda, for this comprehensive overview of AHP and ANP that can complement Six Sigma. It was really fascinating to see how these decision-making frameworks can elevate the rigor and precision of process improvement methodologies. So, all right, decision makers, the floor is now open for questions. If anyone has any question, you can go ahead. I don't think so. There is any question. I have a question. When you were conducting this literature review, did you came across examples where AHP in combination with ANP significantly improved the outcomes of Six Sigma initiatives?
There are only a few applications of ANP. So these are almost only HP applications. So this conclusion about further using of or wider using of ANP, especially for the problems that deal with complex processes, is valid. So it's only rarely applied, and as you can see, as you know, ANP has different philosophy that allows to take into account feedback or interrelations between different factors, for example. So it's not used practically at all.
Okay, so do you have any like recommendation for future stakeholders to implement it? And in specifically which areas to improve its initiatives?
But you mean initiatives of Six Sigma or?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the main topic is to utilize full potential thanks to the application of possibilities that ANP gives, of course. And the second one is to seek other possible implementations of the methodology to solve different problems. And as we can see from the actual structure of the areas
Mhm.
of application of Six Sigma, in many cases, AHP proved to be very helpful to extend the scope of Six Sigma application and derivatives. So, for example, design for Six Sigma, in fact, for other areas that are much far away from typical area of its application, manufacturing or services, common services.
Okay. I got it now. Thank you so much. Thank you for your response.
Thank you much.
It was very understanding.